What's going on, guys? This is Red Bull Tanker with Operation Reforger Turn 4 for the Arab League. Let's see here, kind of going over the NATO forces continue, kind of going over the NATO and Chinese turn. So NATO continues to reinforce both France and West Germany. They also put some forces up in Norway. They did try another diplomacy against Sweden, but that failed. But they did do some air raiding against southern Germany and Slovakia, and the Russians will lose 2 IPC at the collect income phase next turn for both territories, unless, of course, the Allies attack and take southern Germany during their turn. Let's see here. What else happened? Not much else really happened in Europe. The big news really came over here in Southeast Asia, where the Chinese and the Allied armies went to blows over Siam. It did pretty much end in a Chinese defeat. All that was left were those 5 Chinese jets, but they also severely crippled, I guess I would say they crippled the the Allied ground forces in in Siam as well. I mean, let's see, the battle was, there were, for the Chinese, it was 10 infantry, 4 mechs, 2 artillery, 2 fighters, and then the, not 5 jets, it was 4 jets. And then for the Allies, the Commonwealth had 10 infantry. The Commonwealth had 10 infantry, the 2 mobile artillery, and the tank. The British Empire had 2 infantry and an artillery. The Americans had 3 infantry and a marine, plus their aircraft. Commonwealth had 2 fighters in the battle. The U.S. had a tactical, a strategic bomber, and the 2 aircraft on this carrier. I believe it is the USS Hornet. Those 2 were able to scramble to the battle too. That's one of the rules for this game. Carrier planes can scramble to nearby land battles if they want to, if it's feasible for them to do that. And so then in the end, all 10 so then, like, the casualty wise, like for the Chinese, all their ground forces were destroyed. So the 10 infantry, the 4 mech, and the 2 artillery, and the 2 fighters were destroyed, leaving the 4 jets that went back to Burma. And then, like I said, for the Allies, the Commonwealth lost all 10 of their units. The British lost their 3 units. And the Americans lost their 4 ground units. So all the Commonwealth has left right now is 2 self-propelled artilleries and a tank. And then they do have some Air Force assets down there too, though. I mean, just kind of looking at it, the Commonwealth is going to be able to reinforce, should be able to reinforce Siam pretty quick here. So, I'm just going to kind of have to see. All right, so we will go into the Arabs' turn. As you can see by my arrows, there is quite a lot going on. We will start with purchases. So for this turn, we're just going to purchase a Marine and a self-propelled artillery. I have not yet painted them. I do have to get those painted. Technology-wise, we get 1 tech roll. We are going to continue to go for war bonds and try and get that to stage 2. Try and keep up with NATO over there. Or keep up with NATO, who went to stage 2 on war bonds as well. Attacks this turn. So we got quite a bit. So first, we're going to send that lone infantry into Nigeria. We have an artillery backed up by the fighter and tactical going into Angola. We have the majority of the Arab League ground forces going into Rhodesia. And then we have this infantry and artillery who are just going to make a little landing at Italian Somaliland. So that is all of the, so that is the purchases and the attacks. I guess out of purchases, we are saving 9 IPC for next round. So we are doing that. All right, so that's what we plan to do. I now have to go and do the video call with the other players, and we'll be back with the results. All right, and we're back from the video call. Turn did not go quite that well, to be totally honest. So we took all the combat, we took all the territories that we launched combat at, but the NATO defenders gave a good account for themselves and did hurt me pretty bad. And then we also did not advance to stage 2. We did not advance to stage 2 on the war bonds. So, yep, that turn did not go well, in a sense. All right, non-combats. Okay, first we're going to take this transport and move them up to 76. We are going to send our tactical back to the Congo. We're going to bring our jet down to the Congo. And then I think that's it for non-combats. So I just want to see here, is there anything I'm missing? I don't want to do anything with my guys up in Egypt. You know, I'm actually going to move this AA to Transjordan. And I think, well, Saudi Arabia is pretty safe too right now. So I will move this AA to Transjordan as well. So I will safely set it down. I will check that out. Whoops. Of course that would happen. All right. So those are both in Transjordan, aka Israel. So we got those 2 there. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. All right, deployments. We're going to deploy our Marine and mobile artillery into Saudi Arabia. And now we will collect income. With the success of their actions, the Arab League will collect 21, and they still have their bonus for controlling Israel, which is 3, so they will get 24 plus the 9 that they saved, so they will have 33. Nope. Yeah. They will have 33 to spend next turn. All right, so that is it for the Arab League. That's it for their turn 4, and we will see you guys again for turn 5. For turn 5. So until then, guys, take care.